Everything should be recording properly. Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully my mic is working properly. And hopefully everything runs smoothly. I'm just going to jump into it because I want to try to make some decent progress. And I don't know how long it's going to take me. So anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to Murder by Numbers. This game has been on my radar for a very long time. I originally acquired this on the Epic Game Store because they give out free games every week. But I didn't play it because I don't really like the Epic Game Store, so I waited until I could get it on Steam, and I just got it on Steam, so I'm here to play this, so let's just jump into it. Case 1, show's over. This will overwrite your autosave, okay. Okay, booting the system. It's like a pick cross game, which I highly enjoy. I like those types of puzzle games where you have to like put the numbers in and like the rows and the columns. I am Scout. I can't see anything. I know I'll run the visual calibration routines. Data damaged. Okay, we're into the thing. The basics of image reconstruction are simple. See that grid? By filling in certain squares, a picture will appear. Okay. The clues on the sides on the grid tell you which squares to fill in. Once you filled in the right squares, you complete the image. See how this row has 5 written here? That means that 5 connected squares in this row should be filled in. Since there are 5 squares in the row in total, that means all of them should be filled. Let's fill in these rows. Okay. Great. See how that clue went gray? That means you followed that clue properly. Now we're going to introduce the other important part of image reconstruction puzzles, marking squares that must be empty. Take a look at this column. The one clue means that only one square in this column should be filled in. Because one square is already filled in, that means none of the others can be. So we should mark these squares with a cross to remind us that they shouldn't be filled in. Mark these 4 squares with X now. Great, now do the same for the second column. And the 5th column. Okay, we're nearly there. This row has a clue of 2, which means 2 connected squares are filled in. Because we put in those X's earlier, there's now only one place where this other square can go. Let's do the same on this row. As you can see, marking squares with X's is really important. It makes reconstructing the images much easier. Image reconstruction can be boiled down into these 2 tasks: filling in squares that are correct, placing X's in squares that cannot be filled in. Now use the techniques you've learned here to complete the puzzle. Okay. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, wait a minute. We found right arrow. Okay. Task complete. Oh, it was an arrow pointing right. Okay, on to the next one. Corrupt data. Okay. Next, let's look at a really useful technique called overlapping. This row has a clue of 4. Remember, that means that 4 connected squares should be filled in. Given there were 4 connected squares and only 5 possible spaces, that means that there are only 2 possible places this group can go. Look at the 3 squares in the middle of the row. Notice how no matter where we place this group, these 3 squares are always filled in. That means that we can safely fill them in now. Go ahead. Good job, this is overlapping. Working out which squares will always be filled in or always empty, regardless of where the group goes. Let's try a few more examples. Let's take a look at this row. This one only has 3 connected squares, which means there are 3 possible positions it can be placed in. Even in this situation, there's an overlapping square, the one in the middle of the row. Fill it in now. Notice how this row has 2 number clues. That means that this row has 2 groups, one of 3 connected squares and one that is just a single square. Groups must be separated by at least 1 blank space. So for example, in this instance, it must go 3 squares, at least 1 blank square, and then 1 final square. Given that there were only 5 squares in the row, there's only 1 possible layout that will fit here. Fill in the highlighted squares, then put an X in the square we know must be empty. Okay. We can do some more overlapping on this column. Given that we already know that one of the squares filled in, there are now only 2 possible places this group can go, and 1 more overlapping square. Fill in that square now. Did you notice that? In the previous case, the last square will never be filled in. Crossing the squares that you know must be empty is as crucial as filling them in. So let's cross that out now. On the subject of crossing things out, notice how the last column has been completed already by following other clues. Cross out all the other squares in this column so you know how to keep them blank. Excellent work. Now use all the techniques you learned so far to finish the puzzle. Okay. There we go. Found dog. That's a dog? A dog, how cute. Now let's try the others. Corrupt data, yes, quite. 2 of 13 tests. That's not good. Okay, let's try to bring the visual sensors online. Where am I? Accessing memory. 85% memory corruption. How? What happened? I should try and find a way out. Oh, it's a garbage bag. Wait, does that mean that this is a garbage dump? Did someone throw me away? Choose your difficulty level. Completed rows are automatically crossed out. Hints are on by default. No automatic completion of rows. Hints have to be toggled on. If this is your first time playing this type of puzzle, we recommend starting on easy. Otherwise, challenge yourself to normal. You can change your difficulty at any time, and cases can always be replayed for a better rank. I'm going to play normal. It's not going to be that difficult for me, I don't think. Several hours later. That's how I discovered this missing murder weapon. It was inside the butler all along. My god, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I couldn't have done it without your help, Detective Oates. After all, someone had to distract this swarm of bees. Haha, you're right, we make a great team. It's just lucky we were in the neighborhood. We'll always be where we're needed, Oates, because that's where there's murder. There's Miss Terry. Clapperboard snap. Cut! That's the last of the reshoots, everyone. Great work. Enjoy your summer break, okay? Thank God for that. I hate reshoots. Like, I already nailed it the first time. It's not my fault I'm surrounded by a bunch of talentless idiots. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry, Honor. You're not an idiot. Honor? Can I see you in my office real quick? Sure, I'll be right there. Another meeting with the showrunner? I wish you paid that much attention to the real talent around here. Better run along now. Keep it together, Honor. 4 months until next season. 4 months before you have to talk to her again. Thanks, Becky. Hope you have a great summer. Hope you have a great summer. Ugh, what a suck-up. Please, come in. How's it going? Your wife doing okay? My wife? Yeah, she's fine. Listen, this is hard. What's going on? What's going on, Blake? You know you can tell me anything. It's about your contract. My contract? I don't understand. I wish there was something I could do, but... Wait, are you firing me? This isn't what I wanted. You're the showrunner, Blake. Don't act like you've got no choice. No warning, no negotiation. You're supposed to be my friend. Please, Honor, I wish I could explain it, but try. I can't. What about the show? You can't just get rid of Detective Oates. The fans will go crazy. You telling me 3 weeks of hate mail just for changing the theme song? But sometimes things come up, unexpected things. I have to do whatever it takes. The network put forward the idea of a talking poodle a few months back. I might try it out. Animal companions are big right now. Right, replaced by a dog. That's dignified. I know this has come at a bad time. Forget it, Blake. I don't need your sympathy. What I need is for you to have my back like you always used to. But I guess that's not gonna happen. This isn't what I wanted, Honor, I swear. I wish I could believe you. I can't believe this. 4 years of hard work and then I'm out. Just like that? What am I supposed to do now? Miss Mazzari, good to see you. Say, you haven't seen any kids running around here, have you? What do they look like? I'm not exactly sure. Would have checked the CCTV, but no one ever showed me how to work it. It's just, I got a report about kids spraying graffiti on the studio lot. Same thing happened last summer. But look at me going on. You must have finished filming by now, right? Oh yeah, I'm finished. Like, not coming back finished. What? No way. Yeah, Blake isn't renewing my contract. Oh geez, that's awful. I thought you two were friends. Me too. And what about money? Well, with your husband being out of the picture, wasn't this your only income? Gosh, I'd be terrified if it was me. I'm getting stomachache just thinking about it. I was trying not to think about it, Bill. Oh geez, I'm sorry. But you'll be fine. I just know it. I'm sure you got a plan. So far, the plan is go home and find something strong to drink. You take care of yourself, okay? Plenty of people here will be sad to see you go, me included. Thanks, Bill. Hey, shouldn't you be looking for those kids? Kids? What kids? Oh, right. I better go. See you around. Now, where'd I put my car keys? Thought I had them in my handbag somewhere. Detective Oates? I'm not in the mood to sign autographs right now. Oates isn't my name. I'm just an actress, and this really isn't a good time. But I need your help, detective. Just an actress? I'm not a detective. Could you please just... You're not a fan? What are you? I'm a scout. Is this some kind of prank? Processing. Prank. A practical joke. A deception. No, I'm not a prank. I am Scout. Alright, where's the hidden camera? I'm equipped with a digital imaging device, if that's what you mean. It isn't hidden, but it may be hard to see from where you're standing. Do you have any other questions? Listen, this is all real clever, hilarious really, but I've had a bad day and I'm not in the mood. Unless you can find my car keys, I suggest you get lost. I can help find your keys. I can find anything. Activating object identification mode. Puzzle start. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all 6, so I can cross these off. That needs to go there. That can cross off. These go here. That crosses off. That crosses off. That crosses off. There we go. Got it. Found car key? Detective rank F. What do you mean detective rank F? I did that perfectly. There, it's in your bag. That's not my car key. That's a tampon. Oh, tampon, made from absorbent material. Okay. I know what it is. I just don't get how this is supposed to help me open my car. Oh, yes, sorry. I'm detecting multiple faults in my object recognition systems, and I really have to be going. Wait, I still need your help. I told you, I'm not a real detective. Hell, I'm not even a fake one anymore. What could you possibly want me to help you with? I don't remember. Great. Well, good luck with that. Now get lost, will you? This isn't funny anymore. Okay. I swear, LA gets weirder every day. Now, where are those keys? Maybe I left them back in the studio? They must be around here somewhere. Ah! What was that? It sounded like it came from Blake's office. Location unlocked office. You can now access the map. Okay. The map office. Becky, I thought I heard a scream. Are you okay? He's dead. Blake. You're the only one here. What the hell? I just came in and I think I'm gonna hurl. Hey, don't leave me in here on my own. Hi, Honor. Did I hear? Excuse me. Oh my God, is that Blake? What happened? I don't know. I heard Becky screaming. Oh geez, what are we gonna do? We gotta stay calm, right? I'm not qualified for this. They told me how to check ID and how to operate the little gate, but not this. You have to call the police. Oh yeah, good idea. Call the cops. They know what to do. They're professionals. You just wait here. It'll all be fine. But geez, just seeing the blood there, it makes me all feel queasy. Bill! Right, yeah, please. Sorry, I'll go get help. Blake, why? Episode 1. Show's over. Forget that I have to do some things sometimes. And he was just lying there. Bloody hell, I'm sorry, Honor. No one should have to see that. I just don't get it. Who would want to hurt Blake? You! Is this everyone? All staff present and correct, sir. Well, everyone except Blake, on account of his being dead and all. Oh geez, me and my big mouth again. Sorry, everyone. I just can't believe what's happened. Okay, I can't read Bill's dialogue because it goes too fast. I'll take it from here, thanks. I'm Senior Detective Gary Cross. I'll be leading the investigation into the death of your showrunner, Blake. I realize this is a difficult time for everyone, but if you work with me, we can see that justice is served. First off, who found the body? Becky found the body. I came running when I heard her scream. He was dead when you found him? How should I know? I'm not a doctor. Becky, he's trying to help. Sorry, Detective. She's obviously still in shock. And who are you exactly? I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Anna Mazzari. I'm an actress. Anna Mazzari, huh? Well, I'll be. You've probably seen the show Murder Miss Terry? I play Detective Oates. Of course you've seen it. We're a smash hit. Yeah, that must be it. I'm Becky Call, by the way. Star of the show, and soon to be winner of the year's Starshine Award for Best Actress, hopefully. Glad to meet you. Now, what I need you to do is... An autograph? Of course. But I'm gonna have to ask you for a small fee. I don't want your autograph, Miss Call. I just want to think about what you saw. You all have to submit statements after I've examined the crime scene. Do you need anything else until then, or can we go? I think we can all do with some time to process what's happened. Hold it! No one's going home. There's been a murder. I don't want anyone leaving this room until I've got the place secured. Understood? You're being cute, right? You can't lock us in here. There's no bathroom. Use a paper cup if you have to. I want to keep all of you in one place until I've got the facts straight. Listen, Senior Detective, I'm not going in a cup. Where do you think we are, a frat party? He's got a point. What's your name? Casey LeBeau, award-winning hair and makeup artist. Enchanted to meet you. Aren't you Brits supposed to be good at keeping things bottled up? Well, now's your chance. Any other questions? Who's that hiding in the corner? Me? I wasn't hiding. I got nothing to hide, Mr. Cross. Officer Cross. It's not officer, it's senior detective. Who are you? What are you doing here? Right, senior detective. Got it. The name's Tully. I was just getting a drink when all hell broke loose, senior inspector, sir. Let me say it slowly so you get it. Senior detective. And I meant, what are you doing here in the studio? What's your job here? Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm a handyman by day, bodybuilder and model at night. I'm gonna be the next Schwarzenegger. That's great, and I definitely want to circle back around to this. But we still haven't solved my weed problem. For God's sake, I'm not your babysitter, Mr. Lobo. The matter is closed. As for everyone else, I don't care if you're an actress, the next Schwarzenegger, or William goddamn Shatner. You're all suspects until I say otherwise. You, security guy. Bill, wasn't it? Take me to the crime scene. Everyone else, just sit tight while I do my job. I have a feeling it was Bill. The real crime around here are those eyebrows. Somebody needs to pluck those girls before they get into a cat fight. I suppose we're stuck here, so totally, let's talk about your bodybuilding. Okay. Several hours later. Banging on door. Ugh, come on already, let me out! Would you stop making so much noise? He obviously can't hear you. It's Friday night and I'm supposed to be at a party in like 3 hours. How am I supposed to get ready if I'm stuck in here with you losers? You realize Blake's dead, right? And all you can think about is your stupid party? Just because Blake's dead doesn't mean that my social life has to die too. Okay. It's about time. I thought you were ignoring me. I was. Would have kept it that way too, but I found this guy in a hallway over by the set. You got any other potential suspects wandering around that I should know about? Not that I know of. I hope you're right. I could do without any more surprises. Good idea. Surprises can be pretty dangerous at your age. John, you're gonna stay here until I say otherwise. Got it? Yes, detective. Hi, I'm John Redford. John Redcord. Looks like you're stuck here with us now, John. He's mine now, John. You better not need the bathroom. Oh my god, you Miss Terry. Yeah, I know who I am, thanks. You're Detective Oates, wow. Am I guest starring in a new episode or something? Right, hilarious. Who are you again? Don't worry about her, she's just starved for attention. So are you a new crew member, or... Me? Work on the show? I wish. No, I'm just a fan, like the biggest fan. I can't believe I'm actually talking to Becky Call. This is amazing. A fan? Well, why didn't you say so? It's always a pleasure to meet someone who appreciates my talent. I seriously can't even. Everyone on Usenet is gonna go nuts when I tell them about this. Oh my god, he's one of those freaks from the internet. What if he's the killer? Killer? What are you talking about? Come on, Becky, he only just got here. Could have been any one of us. Even you, Becky. Me? Honor, you must have lost your tiny mind. Why didn't I see this sooner? Honor did it. Excuse me? Someone maybe explain what's going on? Think about it. She's the one who just got fired. What the what? You got fired? It happened right before this thing with Blake. I didn't know how to tell you. You don't need to be Miss Terry to realize that's one hell of a motive for murder. Don't you go throwing stones, Miss Glasshouse 1996. We all know you and Blake were fighting over your new contract. What? I don't have to listen to this. Don't you walk away from me. Could someone please tell me what's happening? Everything's falling apart. I just wish I could do something instead of being stuck in here. If I could get out. Maybe I can help. Am I hearing voices? Maybe we really have been locked in here too long. Hello. You again? What are you doing here? Helping. Do you need me to find something? way out of here. I have to prove I didn't kill my friend. That might be something I can help with. How do I know I can trust you? I don't even know what you are. Ask me anything you want. I'll try my best to answer. Hello, Detective Just an Actress. Please call me Honor. It's a pleasure to meet you, Honor. I am Scout. What would you like to know? First things first, what are you? Good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. That's why I need a detective. You don't know anything about yourself? I know I am a robot. I'm equipped with radar, an imaging camera, and over 200 megabytes of storage. You use some kind of flying camera? Unclear. Most of my subroutines are corrupted, and many are for searching optical data and matching to known objects. However, most of my object database has been lost. That explains the tampon thing. How did you lose so much data? I don't know. My memory banks were severely deteriorated when I came online. Huh, seems like you're quite the mystery, Scout. Where did you come from? I was hiding under the table. I followed you inside it. Oh, I didn't mean in here. I mean, who made you? Ah, I don't know. All that tech and no warranty card? Better hope you don't need any spare parts. Okay, let's work backwards. How did you get here? I was following the street when I saw it. Murder Miss Terry, solving mysteries every Thursday. The billboard outside the studio. Do you solve mysteries on other days as well? I don't know if I can wait until Thursday. You said you were following the street. Where were you before? A bad place. There were broken electronics everywhere. No wonder I was damaged. You mean the scrap heap? Who would throw something like you away? That's what I want to find out. So what do you want from me? I told you I'm not a real detective. I understand, but perhaps you can help me find one. Scout, I've got my own problems. One of my friends is dead. Also, maybe you haven't noticed, but we're locked inside a break room. I can't help anyone right now. Then let me help you. I can find a way out of this room so you can prove your innocence. There's a vent right over here. And then I'll be free to help you? It's logical, is it not? Can't argue with that. How do I know I can trust you? My friend is dead. For all I know, you could have killed him. I would never hurt anyone. I don't even know how. I only want to find out who I am. Don't see any weapons on you. I guess you're safe. But I swear, if you go all hell 9000 on me, we're through. So can you find me a way out of here? Sure, I'll do a quick scan. I found a way out. There's a gap in the wall. It's behind you, approximately 6 feet, 8 inches tall. That's the door, Scout. If I could get out that way, I wouldn't need your help. Sorry, my logic circuits are obviously still warming up. Give me a moment to make a more detailed scan. Use Scout's scanning models to locate objects of interest. Move the viewport with the mouse and click to scan when the cursor turns fully red. Okay. Let me see. There's 10 things. One. Hold on. Let me do this. There we go. Got it. Here. I think I located another way out. I knew it. I called it. Could you verify it's not another door? It's an air vent that might actually work. Or at least it works in the movies. Well, the problem is it's sealed up with a metal cover. You don't happen to have a crowbar, do you? I don't think I have that feature. Worth a try. The cover seems to be held in place by 4 metal screws. It can probably be removed for access. Okay, so we need a screwdriver. I'm guessing you don't have one of those either. No, I'll be sure to bring it up with my creator if I ever find them. What do you think you're doing? And what is that thing supposed to be? I am Scout. Punch. Honor, are you really that desperate for friends? I always knew you were weird, but I didn't think it was this bad. He's helping me. I didn't kill Blake. I'm gonna prove it. Ha! How's a piece of junk like that going to help? Looks like he dug out an old Betamax player out of the trash. Actually, I didn't meet Honor until after I left the scrap heap. That explains the smell around here. What's that? What's taking that detective so long? You'd think someone his age would value time. For once, I agree with you. Scout found an air vent that leads out of the room. I'm gonna get out there and prove I'm innocent. What? No way, I'm not letting you sneak out while I'm stuck in here. What are you gonna do, tie me to a chair? If you so much as touch that air vent, I'm telling Detective Cross. You get fired, Blake dies, and then you try and escape? You don't look so innocent to me. She has a point. What if she's right? Escaping this room may not be the best option. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Scout. And we have to move fast. The longer we wait, the more time the killer has to cover their tracks. How do you know that? I picked up a thing or two over the years. Murder mysteries were always my favorite kind of story. I just never expected to be in one. But before we can get out of here, we have to find some way to distract Becky. What do you want? Are you holding up? I'll be okay, no thanks to that idiot detective. I can't believe he's left us locked in here without any protection. What if the killer tries to finish off the rest of us? You don't think they'd be trying to lay low? How should I know? I'm not a murderer. Maybe not. On the other hand, what, that contract thing? Don't be stupid, Honor. That's just business. I'm not a suspect. I'm a victim of circumstance. Sounds like you don't think much of Detective Cross. He's so old. I thought real detectives were supposed to be cool and mysterious. I'm old. Blah. The only thing mysterious about him is why he hasn't been retired yet. Were you really fighting with Blake about your contract? I do not want to talk about it. But can you believe these people? I'm their biggest star and they can't even find a few $1,000s for a promotion? I swear, it's like they want the show to die this award season. Okay, I couldn't read the rest of that. What are you smiling about? Nothing, it's just, I thought you didn't want to talk about it. If you really want to get out of here, you should let me go. The sooner I can prove I'm innocent, the sooner Detective Cross can concentrate on finding the real killer. No way! If I have to be stuck in here, then so do you. You're just mad because you're going to miss your stupid party. Duh, it's the social event of the season, and I'm supposed to be there in 3 hours. If I don't get out of here soon, everyone will be drunk by the time I get there. They won't even notice me arriving. You're more worried about getting to a party on time than about Blake. Don't you care at all? Of course I care, it's tragic. But this isn't just any party, it's a Mitzi McCree party. Do you know how hard it is to get on her guest list? I've been trying for months. Not that you'd understand, you always got invited to these parties with your husband. Oops, sorry, ex-husband. Maybe now you're divorced, you'll finally see what it's like for people like me. You know, people who got where they are through hard work, not by marrying some rich guy. I auditioned like everybody else. Oh sure, and who got you the audition in the first place? I still don't understand why you divorced him. If I had a guy who got me into Mitzi McCree parties, I'd never give him. So how does it feel to finally meet our biggest fan? Who, John? He's so pathetic. He keeps trying to talk to me about poetry or some crap. As if I want to hear poetry at a time like this. You think your biggest fan would know you aren't interested in art. I am into art. Fashion is the art of the 90s, honor. But John is anything but fashionable. Okay. Five. Okay, I can cross these off. I can cross these off as well. 1, 2, 3. Found a screwdriver. There we go. Why was it in the microwave, though? Oh no, I found something. My ontological database indicates it's some kind of tool, but all further damage is damage I'm missing. It's a screwdriver, Scout. This is just what we needed. Hey, totally, wasn't it? I'm guessing this is yours? Huh? What makes you think that? Because, I mean, you're a handyman, so... Oh, right, yeah, sorry. But, do you mind if I borrow this? Mind? Why would I mind? I'll lend you a tool anytime you like. Maybe after we get out of here, you and me can go grab a coffee. Yeah, if you got a cattle prod attachment, now's the time. Well, you know where I'll be if you change your mind. He just slowly backs away. Yeah, I'm just gonna have another look around. Okay. Okay, there's 10 of them. So 1. What am I doing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Be these 3 or these 3. go there. Wait, it's 2 and 4, so that needs to go there, that needs to go there, that needs to go there. Here, cross off. Here, cross that off. Here, cross that off. That needs to go there. Here, cross that off. Found an apple. Do you think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is a smoking gun. A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon or a vital clue. Oh. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. I'm sure you catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm just gonna have another look around, make sure there's nothing else that I miss. It doesn't seem like there's anything else. Oh. Start. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's definitely one of them. Cross that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Definitely needs to go here. So it's one of these. These can be crossed off. So that means these need to go here. These need to go here. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. Cross that off. Off. That needs to go there, that needs to go there. That needs to go there, Close that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, cross that off. Cross that off. That off. This one needs to go here. Cross these off. Cross that off. Do that. 2. Cross all these off. Cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that off. 1. Wait, no. I messed up. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. Miss Terry toy. There, leveled up. New bonus puzzle has been added to Scout's memory bank. Okay. What's this toy doing here? Hey, be careful with that. Don't you realize what you're holding? Some kind of action figure? Action figure? That's not an action figure. It's a Miss Terry figurine. And a rare one, too, if I'm not mistaken. Huh, I thought it looked familiar. Guess I didn't recognize Becky without a scowl on her face. How come it's so valuable? Well, since you're interested, this particular figurine has a small but hilarious mistake. Take a look at the face. Do you notice anything? Aside from a strong urge to pull Becky's head off? No? No. The eyes are the wrong color. Isn't that funny? Like, how do you get the eyes the wrong color on Miss Terry? Ha ha ha. They only made 200 before they noticed the problem, so they're very rare. I wonder how it got here. It actually got another one just like it right here in my... Wait, is that mine? You took it out of my bag. You're a thief. A thief? It was just lying here on the floor. On the floor? But it's worth hundreds of dollars. There are people out there that would kill to own this. Calm down. It's just a piece of plastic. Just a piece of plastic? Come on, John. Remember what Dr. Feuerstein taught you. I'm sorry if I shouted. I just can't seem to stand to see priceless collectibles being abused, especially when they belong to me. Sorry, John. I really didn't know it was yours. You should probably take it back before I get any ideas about shoving Plastic Becky here into the garbage disposal. No. Dr. Feuerstein say I have to learn to share. Besides, you are Detective Oates after all. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? You were kidding about the garbage disposal thing, right? Okay, there's no other things. Anything else to question? Click Show Evidence to show evidence collected by Scout to suspects and prompt new revelations. Oh great, even more crappy merchandise. Is that the outfit from the marching band episode? Nope, it's from the one with the alien bug cult. I hated that episode. It took Casey 3 hours to get all that green gunk out of my hair. Excuse me, Miss Call. I couldn't help overhearing, and I have to politely disagree. It wasn't just gunk, it was insect mucus. And it wasn't green, it was gray. I've seen it on VHS about 100 times. I don't care what color it was, that crap was in my hair. But those details are very important. Without a consistent world, the show would fall apart at the seams. Oh please, it's all made up anyway. As long as I'm there, people will keep watching. But the real fans value internal logic. You've got to construct a real, rich and consistent canon to build long-term viewership. What the hell have canons got to do with anything? I can't believe you're so ignorant. This is exactly what caused the show to go downhill last season. You ought to be ashamed of what you've done. Downhill? Are you crazy? I've never looked better. This isn't about you. Now I know you're crazy. Well, that'll work for a distraction. I didn't know human faces could display that shade of red. John really cares about the show, huh? I must feel bad for Becky. Almost. I think we have everything we need now, Honor. Are you ready to open the air vent? Ready as I'll ever be. You? I'm looking forward to exploring this ventilation system with you. You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not. I don't know if I'm capable of joking, Honor, but I would like to learn how. Wait, before we climb in, any idea where this vent goes? I don't want to end up in the furnace. I could try mapping the internal topography with active radar. I don't have a clue what that means, but if you think it'll help. Puzzle start. Okay. Well, that's gonna be an easy one. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That has to be that one. That has to be that one. That has to be that one. Huh. That's not right. Let me undo all this. Let's cross all these off. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. There we go. That's better. Cross that off. 5, that. There we go. Ventilation map. Nice. Mapping complete. This vent leads to another room of a similar size to this. Probably Blake's office. I didn't think I'd be heading back there so soon. Should I look for another way out? No, if I'm gonna find a way out to prove I didn't kill him, his office is the best place to start. Oh, I just hope we don't run into Detective Cross when we get there. This vent looks pretty tight. You sure you're not gonna get stuck in there? Don't worry, Honor. My sensors have already measured your body and... You did what? I took approximate measurements of your body. Compared to the diameter of the ventilation shafts, it's unlikely you become stuck. Okay, that's a little weird. Did I do something bad? Scat, you can't do that kind of thing without asking. Sorry, Honor, I didn't realize. How about you just delete those measurements and we'll pretend this never happened? What measurements? Hey, you can make jokes. Come on, let's get in that vent before I start having second thoughts. The vent is open, then climb inside. Oh, he's just sitting there dead. No sign of Detective Cross. What's the plan now? Good question. I'll find whoever did this to you, Blake. I'll make sure. Scout, can you see anything? I can currently see 432 objects. Can you be more specific, or should I scan them all individually? No, I mean, can you see anything that might shed some light on what happened? Before you say anything, I don't mean the desk lamp. Understood. I'll scan the room. Okay. It's definitely one, so I can cross these off. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Because there's none that, like, go all the way across or anything. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are 3 that need to be done, because there would have to be a gap in between them, at the very least. So it would have to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. slowly making our way there. Yeah, that means these are crossed off. That means that one needs to go there. Cross these off. Cross that off. Okay. It's gonna be tricky. Because there's a lot of ones. That's what's throwing me off here. I'm gonna do this. That did not help me though. That opens up that, which means that needs to go there, which means these need to be crossed off now. Trying to think. This is kind of difficult. This is the hardest puzzle so far. Oh, I didn't even realize I can cross these off. Which means that needs to go there. That can be crossed off. Which means that needs to go there. I'm just gonna go with this one and like have it be like that. It's wrong. It's wrong. I wish there was like an undo button or something. Yeah, it's not right. Is there like a reset puzzle? Yes, I want to reset. I want to reset. So let me redo this. It's definitely something. Also definitely something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross that off. This is kind of difficult. This is so many ones that's throwing me off. now I know this needs to go here. That can be crossed off. Because now I'm doing better, I think, than the last try. The difficult part is trying to figure out where these things go. Okay, these need to go here, that's for sure. Then now I can cross these off. That means that needs to go there. Now the question is, which side do these need to go on? That's my question. Cross that off. Oh, I can cross these off as well. Cross that off. Now I just don't know which spot this goes in. Cross that off. Oh, that needs to go there. Okay, there we go. Cross the rest of these off. Which means I can cross these off, and that needs to go there. Okay. That means these two need to go here. I can cross these off. Cross the rest of these off. 2. There we go. There we go. Now I'm making progress. There we go. That took forever, but we got there eventually. Medical report. Okay. Give me 1 second. Stretch break. Okay. This is the medical examiner's report. Detective Cross must have called someone in to check the body. We use these in Murder Mystery when we need to know the basics about a murder. You know, cause of death, time of death. People were murdered on your TV show? Well, yeah, it's literally in the title. I didn't realize. I thought you said you were innocent. No one actually dies on the show, Scout. They're just acting. Acting? Oh, I see. The show wasn't real. You're just pretending to be an actress. No, I don't have time to explain this right now. Give me a minute to read this report. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Just like the detective said. I have a feeling, I'm going to make a prediction, that this is all a part of an episode of the TV show. Like, none of this is real, right? Like, I feel like that's probably like a body double or something that is, like, not real. Time of death, approximately 4:30 p.m. Where was I at 4:30 p.m.? According to my internal chronometer, that's when we met in the parking lot. Of course, Scout, I think I just found my alibi. Miss Mazzari, what are you doing in here? You really shouldn't be in here, Miss Mazzari. You're gonna get yourself arrested. I know I shouldn't be here, Bill, but I couldn't stay in that break room. How'd you even get out? I thought Detective Cross locked the door. I crawled out through the ventilation system with a little help from Scout here. I am Scout. Hi. What is that, a flying fax machine? He's a robot of some kind. We haven't had much of a chance to get to know each other yet. Scout, this is Bill. He's the studio's one-man security team. Hello, Bill. Boy, technology these days is amazing, isn't it? My son can fax me his drawings from home and they come out right here in my office here. Well, up until last week anyway. Now they got him doing macaroni art at school. She's gummed up the machine something awful. Bill, I've got to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. Can you help? You know I'd do anything to help you, Miss Mazzari. I don't want to get into trouble. What have you been doing since Detective Cross arrived? He put me in charge of guarding the crime scene. He's got a lot to do, so I'm supposed to make sure no one gets in here or touches anything. You didn't touch anything, did you? Who, me? Of course not. You got nothing to worry about. What about the medical examiner's report? You were just reading it a minute ago, didn't you forget? The report. Oh, geez, that's super important. I'm gonna be in so much trouble if Detective Cross hears about this. Thanks, Scout. You're welcome, Honor. What did you think of Detective Cross? Honestly, he's kind of scary. I told him I liked his badge, but he towered over me like some kind of enormous angry telephone pole. I swear, he looks twice as big up close. He just stood there, frowning at me, felt like hours. Then he pointed at my tie and said it was unprofessional. I like this tie. My innocence. You're a smart cookie, Miss Mazzari, but shouldn't we let the detective do his job? Stay in the break room all night? No thanks. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but it's taking too long. At this rate, the real killer is gonna get away before he's even interviewed us. I know I'm just an actress in a detective show. Hell, I wasn't even the main character, but I can't help. Maybe, but you're going to need some serious evidence to convince Detective Cross you're not a suspect. The medical examiner's report says Blake died around 4:30 p.m. I left Blake's office way before that. That's great, but can you prove it? I've seen it in your show. You need evidence. Scout, did you record anything on those cameras of yours? Yes, Honor. I automatically keep a cyclical buffer of the past few hours of visual input. However, I have no way of displaying those images. All that technology, and they didn't give you a printer? I'll add it to the list. You know, this reminds me of the fancy CCTV we were supposed to get. Then they trimmed the budget and then ended up only getting installed out in the parking lot. Typical management, I'm telling you. Any excuse to. It's all we can afford. Okay. Wait, are you saying there's CCTV outside? Sure. No one ever showed me how to use it, but it's there. Bill, that CCTV will prove my alibi. I was in the parking lot when that murder happened. Can you pull the footage to show it to Detective Cross? Well, in theory, but you need my fingerprint to open the security office door, and I'm supposed to stay here and guard the crime scene. Guard it from who? Everyone else is locked in the break room. What if the murderer comes back? Then Scout will blast him with his death ray. Really? He can do that? Oh no, I don't have... Yes, that is a thing he can do, absolutely. Now, could you go get the tape, please? Oh, geez. Okay, if you're sure, I'll be as quick as I can. Honor, I don't have a death ray. I know, Scout, just play along, okay? My first real crime scene is nothing like I imagined. I thought you pretended to solve crimes on your TV show. I did, and I've read so many mystery novels, seen so many movies. It sounds stupid now, but I guess I convinced myself I'd know how to handle a real murder. But now I'm standing here looking at the body of my friend and... Door opens. Bill, did you get the tapes already? Detective Cross? Ahem. Jesus. Detective Cross would do just fine, thanks. You want to give me an explanation, or should I skip straight to the handcuffs? I can't wait to see how you're going to try and talk your way out of this. I can explain everything. Okay, explain everything. How'd you even get in here? Through the air vent. The air vent? Who do you think you are, John McClane? Maybe if you hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door like a normal person. Oh really? My apologies. I didn't realize I should have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene. I realize this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet. This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time. I'm just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend. You thought breaking into the crime scene was going to help your case? Actually, it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill was just gone to get the security tapes. I was beginning to wonder where he'd gone. Maybe he convinced him to leave so he could screw around with the real evidence. You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me. Trust doesn't get you very far in my line of work. Have you gotten any leads yet? Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Please, detective, I was just trying to help. Being a detective on TV doesn't mean you're qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. It's dangerous. You don't know the first thing about it. That's where you're wrong. My dad was on the force. I suppose he told you all about it. He didn't have to. He'd come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. I know what it takes. Don't make me laugh. I've seen your show. You wouldn't last 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now? I would blast him with my death ray. Yeah, shut up, Scout. He's just kidding, detective. What's taking you so long anyway? We've been stuck in that room for hours. I'm just doing my job. There were a lot of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection. I've read enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong. So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle. Okay, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities. Central's screwing me around again, but it won't work. I might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a death shot again. It takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it. Detective Cross, this is Scout. Looks like something out of Buck Rogers. Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator? You better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly. Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone. Alright, Miss Ari. I think it's time we move this conversation down to the precinct. To the precinct, don't you? I got it, Honor. I found the security tape. Nice of you to join us. Detective Cross, oh geez, what a pleasant surprise. Maybe I'm getting forgetful in my old age, but didn't I tell you to guard this room? I am guarding the room. I just had to go and, care to explain how Miss Marple over here managed to get in? You said to make sure nobody got through the door. You didn't say anything about the air vent. So you wandered off and left a murder suspect at the scene of the crime. Alone, with all the evidence. Well, when you say it like that, I only went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get at the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button? There's an eject button? So what do you say, Detective? Care to see my evidence? You got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown. That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? I'll just start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so cross that off, that off, that off, that off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These off. 7. Okay, I didn't even realize this was I'm almost positive it's this. CCTV tape. Rank D. Thank you. Okay, what are we looking at? This is the security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill. Who's that in the background? Looks like they got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill? Them? No, they're just contractors. We get a lot around there. You know, painters, carpenters, caterers, my brother. They're not contractors, they're kids. They got skateboards, for God's sake. Didn't you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Oh, geez. As enlightening as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful. I'm getting to that, Detective. Bill, can you fast forward to about 4:30 p.m.? There, that's it. See, that's me standing by my car. I spoke to Bill, then Scout. Okay, you were in the parking lot, so what? Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30 p.m. and the CCTV footage clearly shows I was in the parking lot. Well, I'll be damned. Not bad for a TV detective, huh? I guess not. Now, if I can just get you to write me an official statement, you can... Wait a second. How do you know the time of death? Bill, did you let her read the medical report? Oh, jeez. Listen up, everyone. I'll need to keep you here for a little longer. Please, Detective. I spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing, and have more luck sorting out the Middle East. If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements. What about me? Can I help you out some other way? Scout could. Listen, Nancy Drew, you got lucky with that CCTV, but that was all it was, luck. I'll go home and let the professionals handle this. Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer. I've seen evidence that proves otherwise. Only thing she's guilty of is being a pain in my ass. You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next? Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack them with one of my dumbbells. You brought dumbbells with you on a job? You never know when you're gonna find a spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. Know what I mean? A reclusive nun would get what you mean. And even she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you. You gotta let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy. Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay? I mean it. And if you try anything, I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania. Why WrestleMania? Quick question. How cute is this theoretical patrolman? How good is his credit? Does he get on well with his mother? As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. I'm putting that in my report. Praise the goddess, we're free-ish. Guess I should go home now, like you said. Don't feel bad, babe. You earned it. You said you were gonna prove yourself innocent, and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? So what are you waiting for? You're free to go. Uh-oh, you got that look on your face. Don't think you can hide it from me, Missy. I know that look. That's the honor Missouri I'm not giving in special. It's just, I got myself out of trouble, but what about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right up until he fired you. But that's just it. It doesn't make any sense. All I could think of at the time was how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing a detective too long, babe. You're starting to sound like one. It's not just me. There's something else going on. I can't just leave. If you want to keep investigating on her, I'm here to help. Scout, don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people. But you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. So maybe I don't really need a real detective. After all, put together we can solve anything. If you want to try, that is. Why not? I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, Casey? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely. You know I've got your back. But can I pop into the loo first? I've needed to go for hours, and I'm genuinely scared something is about to burst. Location unlocked. Office. I might as well question it. Well, look who it is. The lady that's putting the heel into Gumshoe. That one needs a bit of work, but you get the idea. I should probably introduce you to Scout. A new sidekick. Are you trying to make me jealous? I am Scout. He's some kind of investigation robot, we think. Sounds complicated. Yeah, it's probably easier if we don't try to explain it. Well, any friend of ours is a friend of mine. Nice to meet you, Scout. We're still not any closer to working out who killed Blake. Any ideas? Obviously, we can't discount ourselves. That only leaves Becky, Tully, and John. Don't forget Bill. There's no way Bill is involved. He wouldn't hurt a fly. That's what you think. You're right. I don't think he can plan a murder, even if he wanted to. Last week, I saw him startled by his own reflection. Don't be mean. He's got a good heart. Didn't I say he didn't? You can have a good heart and no brain. He's living proof. And you're proof that someone can have neither. Ho 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 ho. What do you think about Becky? Could she have killed Blake? That girl can hold a grudge better than Joan and Ben put together, and she wasn't exactly on good terms with Blake. Right, something about a contract disagreement. Don't suppose you heard any details through the gossip grapevine. As usual, she thinks she's not getting enough recognition. I heard she was demanding $100,000 for marketing. That's not so bad. The show could always use more marketing. Not for the show, for herself. You know, feature articles, billboards, the cover of Celeb Life magazine. The Starshine Awards are coming up, and she's determined to win back Best Actress this year. Does she really think she can force herself onto the shortlist through advertising? That's crazy. That's Becky, but Blake wasn't having none of it. She's been trying to win that award for years. She's desperate. Who knows what she might resort to? What do you make of John? That weirdo with the bum bag? 3 out of 10 tops. That's not what I meant for once. Fine, well there are fans and then there are fans. Like that girl we met outside the studio last year. She was intense. Like chain you to a radiator and get all misery on your ass intense. How could I forget? She tried to cut off some of my hair. I'm not sure if John is in the same league of crazy, but don't you think it's weird that he showed up today of all days? What about that contractor guy? Tully? Such a dour name for such a gorgeous guy. If he wasn't such a creep, he'd be a solid 7. Oh sure, he tries it on with you and Becky, but what about me, huh? What am I, chopped liver? Honestly, I really am destined to be alone forever, aren't I? Might as well get a cat and start knitting my own jumpers. Oh babe, don't take this the wrong way, but maybe if you weren't quite so picky, you might have some more luck. A girl should always know her worth, Honor. I wish I'd known that before I married Ryan. Anyway, let's focus. Do you think Tully is a real suspect? Don't be ridiculous. A murderer? With those eyes? This coming from the man who said Jeffrey Dahmer had a certain mystique. Touché. Be honest, do you think there's a case against me? Please, how long have I known you now? 4 years? You're about as capable a murderer as I am of giving my parents a grandchild. Thanks, I never suspected you either, for the record. I should hope not. Besides, if I was going to kill someone, I'd do it with far more flair. Blunt force trauma to the head is just so straight, you know? Yeah, I don't really have any other evidence at all. Puzzle start. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze off. I just realized. That one's definitely not it. I'm almost positive that's it. positive that's not it. Oh wait. Oh, let me reset. I didn't realize that the thing was 2 instead of 3. Yeah, let me reset. Do that. Definitely needs to go there. Got there eventually. Coffee pot. What's this liquid on her? That's coffee. I don't know how I get through the day without it. I see, so it's a kind of feel for like gasoline. Kind of, but it tastes better, or at least it's supposed to. The stuff from our coffee machine, on the other hand. I'm having difficulty understanding. Is this coffee machine a fuel dispenser? I apologize for asking so many questions. Many of the intertextual connections in my ontological database were lost when I was discarded. You lost me an ontological. Is that something to do with insects? I know many things, but the relationship between those things is unclear. I'm trying to rebuild them. I don't know if it's a fuel or not, Scout. It's complicated. Not everything can be broken cleanly into simple facts like that. I see. You do? No, but my programming tells me that this is a good thing to say when faced with things I don't understand. I see. Anything else here? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. Okay, let me go to the map, office. Miss Bizarre, you still here? Hi, Bill. How's it going? Still guarding the crime scene, huh? Yeah, Detective Cross wasn't too happy about me going to get that tape. I had to talk him out of cuffing me to the desk. sorry, Bill. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Oh, don't mention it. I'm just glad you're off the hook. I always knew you had nothing to do with that, what happened with Blake. Thanks, it's good to have you on my side. You and Scout make a great team. It's a shame you can't help Detective Cross with the rest of the investigation. Yes, we can. That's exactly what we're doing. You are? But he seemed really mad at you guys. Kept saying things like, that damn vigilante and her flying computer. Well, he didn't exactly give us permission, but there's something bigger behind Blake's death, and we have to find out what. Oh geez, Detective Cross isn't gonna like that. No one's supposed to touch anything in here. Don't look at me like that. I just don't want to make Detective Cross angry again. I don't think my blood pressure could handle it, or his. What's your opinion of John Redfern? Oh, we get kids trying to sneak into the studio all the time. I think he just picked the wrong day to try and get an autograph. You don't think he's some kind of intense? Oh, they're all like that. If you ask me, the kid got lost and now he's a murder suspect. His poor mother is probably worried sick. Have you seen this Tully guy before? No, I don't think I have. And I never forget a face. But that's not too unusual for contractors. They come and go all the time. It certainly looks big enough to kill someone. But why would Blake pick a fight with a contractor? I hate to even consider it, but it's possible Becky killed Blake. Did you know they were fighting over her contract? Becky, kill someone? But she's so nice. Have you met Becky? I know she seems rude sometimes, but I think there's a heart of gold in there somewhere. She probably just wants to be understood. Didn't you say the same thing about that guy from accounting who set the offices on fire a couple of years ago? Well, you can't expect me to be right all the time. Okay. So I can't question him. Thanks again for getting that security tape, Bill. Did you want it back? I'd love to, but I don't really know how to put it back in the machine. Maybe you should just keep it now. Isn't that the medical examiner's report? You should really give that back to Detective Cross. He's probably got another copy, right? What do I do? Really don't know why he's showing that to me. Why would you show that to me? I still can't believe you crawled through the air vent to get in here. Weren't you scared? Scared of what? I had Scout with me. I just couldn't stand it. I get terrible claustrophobia, you know. When I first started here, they gave me a tiny little shack out by the parking lot. It was terrible. With my divorce going on, I ended up having to sleep in there for 3 months. I lost count of the number of times I woke up stuck between my chair and that little desk. Anyway, my point is, what were we talking about again? There's nothing to investigate. Wait. What is this? definitely needs to go there. Reset the puzzle because I can get this. I don't know why I'm actually doing this. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, that's why. Because this is the only way I can get 7. Okay, never mind. Cross that off, cross that off, cross that off, that, cross that off, that, 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 cross that off, that, cross that off, okay. Definitely needs to go there. Cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that off. I can go there. This 2 There we go. Got it. ID card. ID card. Looks like it belongs to Tolly. He seems to be quite forgetful with his belongings. Wait a second. This card says it's Gridmore Studios ID, but I don't recognize the design at all. Do you think it's a fake? Sorry, Honor, I have no reference to compare against. Perhaps if someone's more familiar with these cards, you can help. Isn't that totally in the photo? Yeah, I think it's his ID card, but I don't recognize the design. Any ideas? Sorry, it doesn't look like any studio ID I've ever seen. Maybe try asking Bill? He checks those things every day. Really need to clear out that bag, babe. Ah, paperwork? Boring. Is that a Becky action figure? God. Is that a Becky action figure? I know they made these, but I've never actually seen one. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of jealous. Don't be, they always get the faces wrong. You should have seen mine. They made me look like Dumbo. Good point. If they could get my cheekbones right, what's even the point? Oh, is it that time already? I still don't get why they don't put pockets in women's clothes. Want me to hold on to it for you? Okay. Well, now that we have the ID, let me just, okay, I can't investigate anymore. So I'm actually making progress, it seems. Question, Bill, present evidence, ID card. What do you make of this ID card, Bill? That's a nice card. Feel the weight of that laminate? They don't make them like this anymore. I had an uncle who was a big shot in the lamination industry. You see, he always said, forget the lamination, Bill. It says it's a Gridmore Studios ID, but it doesn't look right. Is it a fake? No, it's just an old design. They went out right around the time I started working here. But that was years ago. Do you really think Tully has had a studio ID for that long? It's possible. Just wait here. I'll go check our files. Oh no, I nearly forgot. I found something under Blake's desk. Maybe that scout of yours can take a closer look. That could be evidence. Shouldn't he give it to Detective Cross? I tried, but he was so busy yelling at me for leaving the room earlier that he wouldn't listen. Would you take a look? Puzzle start. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's the other way. No, it's not. Crossed off. It definitely needs to be it. That can be crossed off, that can be crossed off, that can be crossed off. Trying to think. Cross that off, that off, that off, that off. 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Cross the rest of these off. Cross the rest of these off. Do that. Cross that off. That. Cross that off. Definitely need to go here. I can cross these off. There we go. Here, die. Rank C. There's a small bottle, half full of a dark liquid. Oh, this is more of the coffee you told me about earlier. I don't think you want to drink that. It's hair dye. But what was it doing in Blake's office? Perhaps he dyed his hair? It does appear to be a similar tone to Blake's. Strange, I didn't think Mr. Patterson used anything like that. Then again, we all thought my Aunt Agnes regrew a full head of hair at 91, but it turned out she'd gone senile and was wearing a carpet sample. Blake didn't dye his hair, but maybe someone else does. Your friend KC said he was an award-winning hair and makeup artist. Maybe he could tell us more. Good thinking. If anyone around here knows about hair dye, it's him. Now that Bill's gone, we finally got the crime scene to ourselves. We should scan the room in. What are you doing in here? Oh, hello. Totally, what are you doing in here? Me, I was just... It's kind of embarrassing. Can we talk? What? Hey there, gorgeous. Got time to talk? This isn't the time or the place for a chat. We're standing in the crime scene. Crime scene, huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, and you don't want Detective Cross to find you in here. So what are you doing in here? Me, I was just, looking for my car keys. I get that. I lose things all the time. Want me to help look? I can move this desk pretty easy if you want to check under it. Let me get a good grip in. Wait a second. How about we just leave the desk and the body where it is? Right, yeah, whatever you say. Did you come in here for a reason? For the greatest reason of all, love. I wanted to get you alone for a while. There's something between us, don't you feel it? A few feet of concrete wouldn't be a bad start. What makes you think there's something between us? Because I can't stop thinking about you. I was kind of hoping that maybe you feel the same. You got that detective to believe you're innocent. Maybe you can do the same for me. Then we can go and... Look, you're a good-looking guy, but this is not the time. One of my best friends is dead. He's literally right there. You're right, I'm sorry. I guess I just got carried away. Hey, is Becky single? What do you do around here? Don't think I've seen you on the set. Oh, you know, whatever comes up. I keep my tools with me, and I go wherever they tell me to go. Didn't you say you were a carpenter earlier? If this carpentry needs doing, sure. And if something needs screwing, I'll do that too. And if something needs nailing down, just call me. Who's that rap guy? MC Ham something? Hamper? Point is, I'm whatever you need me to be. Except weekends, evenings, and every fourth Wednesday. That's when I do bodybuilding. Mom taught me 3 things. Take care of your body, don't cuss, and don't listen to Pa, because he's a goddamn drunk. You just cuss. Proud to see I've lived by those rules every day of my life, and when I have kids, I'm going to teach them the same. Maybe not that last one. You must be pretty strong. You get in many fights? Who, me? What's that got to do with anything? Based on a visual assessment, you would be easily capable of killing someone if you wanted. Hey, what are you trying to say? What do you think of John Redfern? Could he be a killer? No arms back there? No way. Then again, when I was at school, a scrawny nerd knocked some other kid out with a chessboard. So yeah, if John had a weapon or something, I guess it's possible. What do you think about Becky? She's pretty, got one hell of a temper though. You don't want to get on her bad side, trust me. I come from a long line of mouthy broads, I'm used to it. You think that kind of anger must have been enough for Becky to kill Blake? I doubt it. My mom was always yelling, but she never killed nobody. So that would explain where Pa went. What do you make of Detective Cross? Ain't much like the detectives on TV, is he? What you really need is someone like them on. What's that show again? Murder something something? Miss Misty something? Mistletoe? Miss Terry. It's Murder Miss Terry. That's right. I bet they'd sort this whole mess right out. Say, now that I mention it, you kind of look like one of the chicks on the show. Anyone ever tell you that? Yeah, I get that a lot. I think Blake's killer dyed their hair as part of a disguise. Do you? Me? Dye my hair? Baby, I'm young. I'm variable. You see that gray? Any grays up on my head? Well, no, but ha! I didn't think so. You're only as old as you feel. That's what Gramps used to say. Although he died bungee jumping at 92, so take that with a grain of salt. How come you got an ID with my face on it? Ain't that identity theft or something? This is your ID card. We found it in the break room. Shoot, I must have dropped it. I really gotta get new pockets for these overalls. How long have you worked here? Not long. Few weeks, I guess? Really? Bill said this ID card design is old. Like a decade old. I don't know what to tell you. That's the one they gave me when I started here. Come on, baby. You know you can trust me. Just double checking everything. Did you want your screwdriver back? Huh? Well, that's where my screwdriver went. I thought I lost it. You did lose it, then we found it. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's cool. Consider it a gift. Thanks. What the hell was that? Some kind of fancy earplug? Got my own, thanks. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna cross these off just yet, just in case. These definitely have to be one of them. Cross those off. There we go. Phone receiver. That's odd. Blake's phone was left off the hook. The positioning suggests he only had just lifted the receiver when he was struck. Maybe he was trying to make a call, but the killer got to him. Just to double check, there's nothing else to investigate. I just need to go all the way down. This needs to go here. This needs to go here. This needs to go here. This needs to go there. There. Two there. 3 there. 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 Cross that off. 3. Cross that off. definitely needs to go there. Cross that off. Cross that off. So many ones, that's kind of confusing. These can be crossed off. Tape recorder. Magnetic storage, VHS, Betamax, no. Ah, this is an audio cassette recorder. Maybe Blake used it for dictating. Looks like there's a tape inside. It's got something written on the label. SM66 tape 01. SM66 could be a code. Initiating brute force algorithm. Spicy Madra singing Madonna. Okay. Stop. We're never gonna figure anything out like that. Just play the tape and we'll go from there. Okay, initiating playback. Door opens. Who are you? What do you want? Don't play dumb with me. You can't. You know why. You really want me to. Isn't there anything else I can do? Clock's ticking, Blake. Alright, just don't. Finishing up on set right now. I'll go at. My apologies, Honor. The recording seems to be damaged. Some of the audio has been lost. I heard enough. Blake was being threatened. I just wish I could tell who he was talking to. There may be more information. I'll continue playback. Okay, it's done. I told her she's off the show. Jesus, how am I to explain this to the network? It's not my problem. But we're done now, right? Just get the rest of the photos and get out. Not so fast. We're gonna hold on to these just in case. That was never part of the deal. This is... Calm down, Blake. It's supposed to be over. What should I have done from the start? Away from that phone. I'm not gonna warn you again. Get your hands off me. Ah! He was killed because of me. Sounds like they were blackmailing him somehow. Someone wanted me off the show so badly they... I'm sorry, Honor. I wish I could do more to identify the killer's voice. It's not your fault, Scout. We'll figure this out somehow. And finding out who this tape recorder belongs to is our next step. Anything else to investigate at all? I don't know what I'm trying to find. Cross that off. Cross that off. 1. Cross that off. Cross that off. 1. Cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that off. 1. Blake's mail. Frank B. Look at all these letters. Blake must have been going through the fan mail. We get stacks of the stuff every month. What for? Nothing really. People just want to say they like the show. Guess it helps them feel closer to us. If they want to be closer, why don't they visit the studio? I mean, emotionally, Scout. Fans get to know us through the show and they write to us. Well, mostly they want to write to Becky, but you get the idea. Here, I'll read you one. To whomever wrote episode 6. I hope you trip and fall on your pencil, bleed all over the floor, and die in agony. Yikes. I would not advise allowing this person to get closer to you, emotionally or otherwise. Oh, here's another one. Mr. Patterson, you chewed up Murder Miss Terry and crapped out a sorry excuse for a new season. If I ever have the misfortune to meet you in the street, I'll open you up and make you eat your own guts. Then maybe you'll know how you made the fans feel. This isn't fan mail, it's hate mail. There are 14 envelopes here with the same handwriting. I calculated a 98% probability they're all from one person. They're all signed with the same thing, Showmaster 66. Could it be some kind of nickname? The tape recorder's label said SM66. It could be a shortened version of the same name. Of course, whoever Showmaster 66 is, they had access to the studio in a vendetta. That must be who killed Blake. But what's their real identity? And nothing else. Evidence. Tape recording has the audio of Blake's death. Someone was trying to blackmail him. I need answers, Tully. Where were you at 4:30 p.m. today? I don't really keep track of time most days. I think I was working on the set. Do you have any proof? What do you think all these tools are for? I ain't here to build a dollhouse. We found these letters on Blake's desk. Have you ever written to the studio? This is kind of embarrassing, but I don't really write much. Mostly stick to invoices and Christmas cards. And even then, I make mistakes. One Christmas, I accidentally sent bright red lingerie to the hardware store instead of to my girl at the time. Would have been fine, except she woke up to Christmas morning to an invoice for 14 feet of plywood, and she still hasn't paid. What about this name? Showmaster 66. Do you recognize it? That's a name? Sounds more like an exercise bike. Really need to clear out the bag. Can you tell me anything about this bottle? Where do you get this? This is Color Brand hair dye. Trust me, Honor, you don't want this stuff anywhere near your head. Bill found it in Blake's office. Not a product you recommend I take it? You're better off using spray paint. I threw all that trash out years ago, and I have been very strict with our suppliers. I spent a long time explaining all the painful ways it could be inserted into their sales guy if they try to flog me anymore. So someone must have brought it in. This could belong to the killer. If you ask me, you'd have to be a psycho to use that stuff. But why would a murderer need hair dye? A quick disguise, maybe? What the hell was that? I think it was Becky. It sounded like it came from the set. Do you think she found another body? You better go check. Me? What? I would love to be there to back you up. But I should probably stay here. In case the killer tries to hide in the fridge. Okay, location set. How strange, this room doesn't seem to be finished. It's a TV set, Scout. This is where we film Murder Miss Terry. Becky, are you here? Get away from me, you freak. I said get away from me. What's going on? Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that, you idiot. Are you okay? Is someone else? Oh crap, he's coming this way. I'm getting out of here. If he asked, you didn't see me, got it? If who asks? Becky, please, I just wanted to read you something. Oh, hi, Honor. Say, did Becky come this way? No, I don't think so. Aw, dang it, I guess I'll just wait here in case she comes back. Can't believe it, I'm really here on the set. What are you doing in here? Why did Becky scream like that? Oh well, I guess I surprised her. I never realized TV studios were so dark. So you were just standing around in the dark on an empty set? No, just not just any empty set. This is the actual set where Murder Mystery is filmed. Yeah, it was. So you're a pretty big fan of the show. Absolutely, Miss Terry. Becky is pretty much my idol. Don't get me wrong, I love your character too. Miss Terry and Detective Oates are the greatest TV detectives of all time. Thanks, John. It's just a shame it's all over. Over? You don't think they canceled the show, do you? Can we carry on without Blake? He was the one who brought us all together. It was his show as much as anyone's. But you have to keep going. Think of it as a tribute to him, a memorial season. Wouldn't that be the best way to honor his work? Even if we wanted to, there'd be no Detective Oates. One of the last things Blake did was cancel my contract for next season. You're kidding! You can't have Terry without Oates, that's ridiculous. You think that's ridiculous? Wait until you hear about the talking poodle. As soon as I get home, I'm posting on Alt TV, Miss TV about this. There'll be angry letters, black faxes, riots. You really want Becky to like you, huh? She's so cool. I just wish she'd talk to me. No matter what I say, she looks at me like I'm something nasty she just stepped in. I don't understand. Becky has shown no signs of interest in you, but you keep trying. Because she's Miss freaking Terry. I might have no chance, but I've got to try. Even if she tells me to go to hell, at least she spoke to me. I can't decide if that's sweet or just creepy. You don't happen to know if she's into poetry, do you? I don't think so. Why? No reason. What do you think about Tully? He's such a jerk, all muscle with no brains. And the way he's always flirting with Becky, it makes me sick. If you're trying to find a murder around here, he's big enough to do it. He's stupid enough to not hide it properly either. Why do women always go for meatheads like him when there are good guys like me just waiting to be given a chance? Gee, I don't know, maybe if you respected them as much as people instead of acting like they owe you something, that'd be a good start. Oh sure, what would you know about it? Sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you. All this murder stuff has got me pretty tense. I don't know what that is. What can you tell me about this Miss Terry action collectible figurine? It's from Season 2, Episode 14. You and Miss Terry had to disguise yourself as exterminators. Yeah, the one with the alien bug code. I remember that episode. I only got 3 lines, and the longest one of them was just, oh no, not the bugs again. Not exactly my finest hour. Detective Oates is a faithful companion, but she's not on the same intellectual level as Miss Terry. Thanks. Hold on. I don't suppose you can tell me anything about this tape, can you? Sure, it looks like a standard VHS tape. Interestingly, VHS may have won the format war against Betamax, but it was the inferior format in terms of quality. Of course, anyone who's serious about quality, like me, adopted Laserdisc for all their home video needs. Speaking of which, when are you planning on releasing Murder Mystery on Laserdisc? That's, not really my department. What that is. You recognize this ID card? No, sorry. Wait, is that a real studio ID? That's so cool. You didn't get one when you arrived. There was no one in the security booth outside, so I thought it wouldn't hurt anyone if I just came in to look around. So you're saying you snuck into the studio? Yes, but I wasn't doing anything weird. Do you dye your hair, John? Well, I thought about dyeing my hair some kind of wild color. Wouldn't that be crazy? Anyway, I decided not to. People might think I'm some kind of pop star, and I don't want that kind of attention. Plus, my mom said it's really bad for your hair, so... That is... Where did you get that? I mean, I've seen a cassette recorder before. There's nothing special about that one. Quite the opposite. The recording quality was so bad that most of the audio is unintelligible. Oh, what? Oh man, I knew I shouldn't have. Shouldn't have what? Shouldn't have told you about how much of a fan I am of your show. You're trying to sell me some cheap tape recorder just because you played Detective Oates? I've never been so insulted in my life. Hang on, This guy owns every Miss Terry collectible. He'll probably buy any old crap. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just wanted to know if you recognized it. Oh, well, okay then. Never seen it before in my life. Any of these letters look familiar to you? No, why would they? Just a wild guess. You've sent fan mail before, right? I bet you know our address by heart. I've also memorized the studio phone and fax numbers and my 10-digit membership code for Miss Terry's Junior Investigators Club. But I haven't seen any fan mail recently. And who signed these so-called letters anyway? You won't find my name at the bottom, that's for sure. True, they're signed by Showmaster66. That's a pretty cool handle, but I don't recognize it. So we found a stack of hate mail and an audio tape, both in the room where Blake was murdered. An analysis suggests both of these belong to the same person, Showmaster66. At the same time, the recording tells us that Blake was killed because someone wanted me fired from the show. There's a 70% chance that the hate mail was sent by the same person who killed Blake. We're dealing with some kind of crazy fan, and you're big on the online forums. You must know something, John. I don't know what to tell you. Please, Don't worry, I think I already know who Showmaster66 really is. I'm gonna be honest. It's you, isn't it? You're Showmaster66. Alright, fine, you got me. It's mine. It's all mine. The tape recorder, the letters. You killed Blake. What did he ever do to you? No, I didn't kill anyone. You have to believe me. Sorry. What the hell do you think you're doing? Listen, time, detective. I've identified the murderer, Blake Patterson. You're just not gonna quit, are you? You know what? Fine. It's about time you learn this isn't as easy as you think. Who's the killer and what's your proof? This is it, the moment of truth. Just stay calm and think it through. You got this. The hate mail was sent to Blake by someone calling themselves Showmaster66, a pseudonym of John Redford. That's not... Yes, I sent the letters, but only because they were ruining my show. He also planted this tape recorder at the scene of the crime. No, I mean, yes, I hid the tape recorder in there, but I was only trying to hear about the next season of Murder Miss Terry. I only wanted to figure out what was going on behind the scenes. That's the only reason I'm here today, I swear. You believe me, right? You don't seriously think I killed anyone, do you? Death threats, trespassing, planting a surveillance device. You better come with me. I want to search that backpack you left in the break room. You mean you're going along with all this? What about Tully? He could have killed Blake, but that security guy, I bet he's the murderer. Wait, let's not do anything crazy. Move it, now. What about me? You've done enough. Just keep back and let me handle this. Really, detective, this isn't necessary. Will you just listen to me for a second? Don't I have rights? What's with all the noise? John was just about to open his backpack for me. What for? I guarantee you all this nerd is carrying is a bunch of toys and bubblegum cards. Maybe, but there have been some serious accusations made. I need to see inside that bag. But I don't... She'll see... Who, Miss Call? What she's got to do with this? Don't look at me, I've got no idea what he's babbling about. It's embarrassing and I'd really rather not. Fine, I'll open it for you. Wait, don't open that bag, detective. What the hell do you want? Hunter, come get this floating rust bucket out of here. It's obviously malfunctioning. If this is the killer's bag, it might be dangerous. I do not advise opening it without the proper precautions. Dangerous? Like what? A bomb? There's no bomb inside my bag. That's exactly what a mad bomber would say. Don't you dare open that bag while I'm in here. I'm not qualified to handle bombs, damn it. I'll have to call it in. Needing the bomb squad for a bag full of toys. This is a new low. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am getting too old for this kind of work. I could do a subsurface scan of the bag without opening it. It's not 100% accurate, but it may help. You can do that? And it's safe? There's only a very small chance of accidental detonation. Statistically insignificant, really. This crazy tin can is gonna kill us all. Do the scan. Puzzle start. Okay. This is gonna be hard. Award statue. That's the blunt weapon. That's the blunt weapon that he used on Blake. Good news, detective. There's no bomb inside the bag, although I am detecting a large solid metal object. Let me have a look. It's buried under all those sheets of paper. It looks like some kind of poetry. There's no need to... This one's called the Eternal Mysterion, or what the Becky call. What? Ew. We'll come back to that. Let's see what this metal thing is first. Looks like a trophy? What's this doing in here? Hey, that's not mine. Someone must have put it in there. I'm being framed. I recognize that. It's a Starshine Award. Why is John carrying a TV award in his backpack? He must have stolen it from Blake's office. And look, it's got blood on it. Well, no wonder you didn't want us to look inside your backpack. I didn't know how it got in there, I swear. I just didn't want everyone to see my poetry. I know it's not very good. It was supposed to be just for Becky. But now you all think I'm some kind of weird loser. And a murderer. Don't forget murderer. Why would I kill one of these people responsible for my favorite TV show? I might not have liked some of the new episodes, but you guys are all my heroes. Save it for the interrogation room. You're gonna wish you'd spent your money on retaining a good lawyer instead of a bunch of collectibles. John Redford, I'm arresting you for the murder of Blake Patterson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. But I'm innocent. Don't listen to him. He's just desperate. You saw all the evidence. The case is open and shut. You need to go home and take it easy. Get your head straight. It's been a long day for all of us. What a day. Babe, I'm just glad it's over. I can hear a gold glass of Chardonnay calling. But it's not over, is it? Not for me. What are you on about? You caught the bad guy, or did you not notice Detective Cross Frog marching him out of here? Yeah, but Blake's still gone, and it was all because of me. Don't be daft, you didn't kill him. But John wanted Blake to fire me. Not Becky, not you, me. If I wasn't on the show, Blake might still be alive. Forget the glass. I'm sensing this is more of a bottle of Chardonnay situation, maybe two. You're right. I probably just need some time to relax and process everything. Absolutely. You need some downtime, babe. How about we hit the town? My treat. I know this great drag place just around the corner. Can we just hang at my place instead? I don't know if I want to deal with other people right now. No problem. I still got some stuff to pack up, so I'll meet you out in the parking lot in 10. Mind you, we still haven't found your car keys on. Damn, I forgot about that. Casey, can we make it 20? Sure, I've been stuck here for hours already. What's another 20 minutes? Parking lot. Let me just have a look around. Maybe he dropped the keys in here. Shall I scan the room for them? It's worth a try. You do know what keys actually look like now, right? Only one way to find out. What are you doing here still? Oh, hey, Honor. Someone would be down at the station with Detective Cross by now. I wonder how the interrogation's going. I was on to him from the start. As soon as he came into the break room, I was like, he's the murderer, but no one wanted to listen to me. Seriously, Honor, sometimes it's exhausting being right all the time. Yeah, it must be awful. It's so unfair. Everyone knows the show is ruined now that Blake's gone, so I'll probably never get my Starshine Award. and I missed my party. This day has been a total disaster. I just want it to be over. You know you were free to leave, right? I bet you can still make that party. I could, but I've already missed the paparazzi opening window. It would just be a waste of time. I thought you went to these parties to meet people, not just to get photographed. You think getting anywhere in Hollywood is about networking? It's all about the column inches, Honor. You get to a party, get snapped looking glam on the way in, then get snapped on the way out. Making sure not to look too sloppy, of course. Get a snap the next day with a giant coffee and huge sunglasses, and you got a double-page spread of celeb life. Or you could just marry some rich guy and step over all the people who spent years working towards their dream, but you know more about that than me. Why are you so obsessed with getting a Starshine Award? You know you're a good actress, you don't need an award to prove it. That award is my dream. I've wanted to win Best Actress since I was a little girl, and I'm not going to give it up now. Don't you think it's a little unhealthy to focus on it like you do? It's healthy to have goals, Honor. I know I'm a good actress, but I want everyone else to know. I want to be able to show that award in their faces and say, see, I made it. Yep, sounds totally healthy to me. Are you just going to show me whatever trash you picked up off the floor? Newsflash, I don't care. Oh god, I don't want to see that thing ever again. Really? But it's a tiny version of you. I'll admit, I am pretty cute in miniature. Hey, watch it. One slip and I'll end up a brunette. Shouldn't you give that to the police or something? Thought John was a fan. Why is he sending hate mail? Seems like he didn't like the way the show was going. Wanted different writers, I guess. Why do all these freaks think we owe them something? Don't they realize they're watching our show? Hey, is that a Starshine Award? Let me see that. Oh, it's just for Best New Show. Forget it. Okay. Definitely have to be these four. Dang. At least three of these. 2, 4, 2. Wait, no. Other way around. 2, 2, 4. Definitely has to be one of them. Oh, I messed up. Maybe we do that. 5, 1. Dang it. Okay, let me reset. Like, do all these things. Definitely has to be it. Got it. Hey, you actually found that. I did? I did! As Bogey once said, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Bogey? A bogey? Yeah, Humphrey Bogart? Don't tell me you've never seen Casablanca. Casablanca, the largest city in Morocco, first settled in the Sims. Not the place, the movie. It's a classic. I don't think I've ever watched a movie before. You'll love it. As soon as we get out of here, we're watching it together. Okay, there's gotta be something I missed. Casey, I found my car keys. Are you ready to go? Guess he's still packing up his things. Might as well take one last look around the studio before I go. Might never see this place again. Okay, there's nothing here. We worked through a lot of great episodes in here, and Blake was always ready to talk if I needed something. But now, I know it's not the same room, but it feels so different. Understandable, many things have been moved. I detect 4,913 differences in object position and orientation since my last scan. Cross must have had a team in here to collect any last pieces of evidence. At least they've finally taken Blake away. He deserves some peace. Yeah, there's something in here. Why would I be able to investigate, right? No? Is there nothing in here? Did I miss out on the A-Ring? Probably. Okay. Well, Casey's taking his time. I guess I should take one last look around the studio. Who knows when I'll come back. Okay. Look, I found my car keys. What do you want, a medal? No, it's just, I've been looking for them all day and it was this whole thing. The scout was trying to help it. You know what? Never mind, it doesn't matter. You're so weird. Okay, there's gotta be something I'm missing, right? There's nothing to do in here. There's gotta be something I'm missing. What did I miss? I can't look at... Wait. Oh, there we go. I don't know how I missed that. It didn't blink before. Okay. Definitely need those 6. At the very minimum. I definitely need these 3. Definitely need these 2. So I can cross these off. So I don't think these are gonna be here. So do that, do that, do that, do that. Now that's gotta be that. Cross that off, do that. Cross that off, do that. Cross these off. That. Cross these off. There we go. Got it. Photographs. Rank A. There we go. It's a Polaroid. Cross must have missed it when he took the rest of the evidence. Wait a second. Didn't Blake mention photographs on that audio tape? They were using them to blackmail him. The photograph seems to show 2 people engaged in some sort of form of wrestling. Oh god, they're not wrestling, they're... I'll explain later. So who are these 2 people in the picture? Obviously, that's Blake, but so I guess that's his... Wait a second, that's not his wife. No wonder you didn't want these pictures to get out. A scandal like this could have ruined him. There's something written on the other side. Get rid of Honor Mazzari, or this goes public. This confirms that Blake was blackmailed in firing me. Detective Cross can add that to the list of charges against John. I just don't get why he hated me so badly. According to his letters, he was upset about recent episodes of the show. True, but he was so excited to meet me and Becky, he didn't seem to hate me at all. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh no, wait, I just ran a comparison on the writing from the back of the photograph. It doesn't match the handwriting on John's letters. You're saying he could be innocent? I don't think I'm qualified to make that judgment, but I don't believe he took this photograph. And if he wasn't the one blackmailing Blake, he may not be the killer after all. We have to take this to Detective Cross. Blake's murderer is still out there. Okay. There you are. I can't wait to pour the drinks, put on some muscle, put on some music, and relax. Maybe we can still salvage what's been, let's face it, a bloody awful day. About that, can't wait. You're flaking on me? Sorry, I need to talk to Detective Cross. I found something and I think John is innocent after all. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine in a jail cell for one night. It would just remind him of his basement. I'm being serious, Casey. I feel terrible. I convinced Cross to arrest him, and now he's out there on his own, probably handcuffed to a table. How would you like it? Not exactly my scene, but someone says I should be less picky. Sorry, I don't mean to be such an arse. It's just I've barely seen you outside work lately. I miss our catch-ups. I know, divorce isn't as simple as they make it seem on TV. There's always something to sign or some lawyer to talk to. How about tomorrow? We can do the whole drinks and music thing. Maybe watch a movie. Maybe... Would you believe Scout's never seen Casablanca? Play it again, Scout. Sorry, Casey. I like the equipment to display moving pictures. Oh, no, I didn't mean... You know what? Don't worry about it. You two had better go free your little lost boy. If he is innocent, he needs someone like you on his side to show him the way back to Neverland. New location discovered, LAPD Precinct 13. Do you have anything else to say? I thought you were running off to save John. Are you sure you don't mind canceling tonight? It's fine. This is just the downside of being friends with someone who's nice, I suppose. Hey, I balance you out. It's a yin to your yang, the sunny to your share. Are you trying to imply Cher isn't the nice one? Careful, or there might be another murder on the cards today. What about you? What are you gonna do now? I'm booked to work a photo shoot tomorrow afternoon. Murder Miss Terry might be on summer break, but this guy here sure as hell isn't. You're in demand. My acting coach always used to say to book all the jobs you can because one day there won't be any. Oh, sorry babe, I didn't mean to. Don't sweat it, I'm happy for you, really. At least things are going well for one of us, right? I wonder if they'll cancel the show now that Blake's gone. I'm not sure, he was the creator. I can't imagine Murder Miss Terry without him. But it was doing well in the ratings, and it makes a lot of money for the studio. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to keep it going. I just don't know if I could handle another year of Becky without you around. You know, you could probably get your job back. Blake only fired you because he was being blackmailed. Maybe, but it doesn't feel like now's the time to ask. So, oh sorry, I know Blake's not even in the ground yet, but could you possibly reverse the last decision he made? Thanks. Yeah, that'd be cold, even for you. Hey, I'm not cold, I just take a while to warm up. But I'm room temperature, at least. Take a look at these photos. Oh god, who are you? Is that Blake? They're naked. Why in God's name are you carrying that around with you? We found it in Blake's office, and there's more. Please tell me you aren't about to pull out a sex tape. No, just look at the photo again. Fine, but I'm sending you the bill from my therapist. It doesn't look like Blake's wife. Because it's not. This is how Blake was getting blackmailed. Bloody hell. Still, it's not a surprise he was up to no good. What powerful man is this in this town isn't? They forced him to fire me, and when he tried to call the police, they killed him. I can't believe John was capable of all of that. He seems so harmless. That's where it gets interesting. Scout says this isn't John's handwriting. The blackmail was nothing to do with him. So, and that's why you're going to show this to Cross? Yeah, you're right. This is important. Go on, then. Stop hanging around here and go rescue the poor sod. Good news. I found my car keys. Well, Scout did. That's great. Now you can be all Justice League and save the poor innocent victim. Justice League? Isn't that something from a comic? Maybe John wasn't the real nerd after all. What? It's just like Wonder Woman, okay? Blake worked so hard to get that award, and then it gets used to. Well, it's kind of ironic, don't you think? Why is everyone ganging up on poor Alanis about that? Who cares about what the dictionary definition of ironic is? Dictionaries are for pedants and mouth breathers. Sorry, you were saying? Didn't you win one of these awards for hair and makeup a couple years back? I did indeed, and if you could bring that up again next time we're in conversation with a handsome single man, I'd appreciate it. Look at all this hate mail John sent. He complained about the writing, the directing, the set design. Well, last season wasn't our best. I can kind of understand someone getting mad about it. There's a letter here about how he thought the makeup in one episode made Miss Terry look like a clown that got stuck in a blender. That Maggie can bloody rot in his cell. Okay. Let me see now. The warning labels banned in 3 states. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. It's been years since I was in here. See that gum on the wall behind the desk? I scuffed that there 15 years ago. You spent time in the police station? Not in the way you're thinking. My dad used to work here. Oh, that could be to our advantage. Having an ally in the police could. Dad passed away, Scout, a long time ago. We're on our own here. Speaking of which, John's probably alone in the interview room with Cross right now. Keep quiet, we might be able to hear what's going on. I'm telling you, I wasn't there. You think you're tough, Redfern? I'm gonna get you to crack, even if it takes all night. Honor, Detective Cross is gonna crack John. We have to stop him. Shh, he'll hear us. Uh-oh. Hi, Detective. You, what are you doing here? I found new evidence. It's handed in at the front desk, okay? I'll get to it in the morning. But maybe you haven't noticed, but I'm busy right now. If you want to talk, come back tomorrow. Now, if you excuse me. Damn it, he's locked the door. Hey, open up. You got the wrong guy in there. If Cross won't do his job, we'll just have to do it for him. What are you suggesting? Well, the case evidence is behind the front desk, right? Let's take another look. We must have missed something. Behind the desk? What if someone sees us? Let me worry about that. Can you try scanning the murder weapon again? I can conduct a micro-level scan, but it would take some time. All the way across. No. Yes. Cross these off. Definitely has to be one of them. didn't even notice the 11 there. It definitely has to be it. Cross that off. Cross that off. Fingerprint. S rank. There we go. Not bad. What did you find? There are faint marks on the award statue. They're oval-shaped with quite intricate patterns. You mean fingerprints? Oh, of course. I'll update my imaging database. If we find a match for those prints, we'll know who held the murder weapon. But how do we find a match? We don't have any fingerprint records to compare against. Please have a database. It would only have the prints of people who have been arrested before, but might be worth a try. Good idea. Do you have access to this database? I don't have the password, if that's what you mean. Can't you network with it or something? That's not how networking works, Honor. Besides, I don't have any communications hardware, so I... that's odd. It seems I do have a communications port, but the relevant subroutines are damaged. Can you fix them? I can try. Attempting data recovery. Wait, Scout, what's happening? Okay. That server. Jenna. Boot sequence looks good. How's your memory clock? Stable at 150 megahertz. I'm reading an average efficiency increase of 1.6% since yesterday. Damn it. Did I do something wrong? No, but I bet Tom that overclock wouldn't be stable. Guess I'm buying lunch today. You gotta get him ready for another test. They're gonna be here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? I only just started basic diagnostics. There's nothing we can do. If the administrators want to refocus R&D, then screw the administrators. They just can't change the parameters like that. Sorry, Scout. Looks like you're in for a long day. You're back. Thank God. I thought I lost you. What happened? There was an unexpected payload inside the damaged communications code. In English, I remembered something. It was a bright room. People were arguing. Do you know where you were? I think it was some kind of laboratory. There were computers and machines. Maybe that's where you were created. I wish I could remember more. Do you think there might be other memories that you haven't found yet? It's possible, but I have no way of knowing where they are or what might trigger them. If there's more to uncover, we'll find it together. I promise I'd help you out immensely. Thank you, Honor. I'm so glad I found you. In the meantime, how about that communications code? Can you access the police computer? Yes, I think I have restored that functionality. Give me a moment to make that connection. Puzzle start. Okay, solve these puzzles without the extra... Okay. Yeah, I get it. Oh, I didn't realize there was 3 of them. I thought that was just like how many times I could do the thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2. No, I messed up. Wait, I was supposed to do, what the heck? 2, 3, 1, 1. Nope, didn't mean to do that. 2, 3, 1, 1. There we go. Hacking complete. With 10 seconds to spare. I found a match for the fingerprint. Well, don't keep me waiting, Scout. Who is it? A man called Frank Pritchard. Who? 34 years old, prior arrest for assault and extortion, although all charges were dropped. There was a photograph attached to the file. You may want to see this. He looks familiar, but something's not quite... Oh my god, it's Tully. Almost didn't recognize him with red hair. That explains the bottle of hair dye. He must have had it in case he needed a quick disguise. He threw on a pair of overalls and made up a story about working on the set. Even the whole stupid thing was probably just an act. He was there to blackmail Blake, which did not go according to plan, as we heard on the tape. Blake threatened to call the police, so Frank grabbed the closest thing to hand, one of the awards from behind Blake's desk. But now we know who you are, Frank, and we're coming for you. Man, do I need a coffee. You're still here. Don't you have someplace else to be? You just aren't gonna leave me alone, are you? Found new evidence that I told you, put it on the front desk. You'll get it tomorrow. But you need to see this now. What could possibly be that important? I didn't want to believe it either, but I was wrong. We found fingerprints on the murder weapon. Fingerprints? They match a police file on a man called Frank Pritchard, better known to us as Tully. He was disguised, but it's him. How'd he left the prints? The lab told me they didn't have a slot for ours. Scout did a micro-level scan of the award. Once I had an image of the prints, I shipped to the police station. You hacked into the police computer? I should have you both arrested. For solving your case, get your priorities straight, Detective. Frank Pritchard killed Blake, and he's still out there somewhere. Wait a second, where are you going? We got Pritchard's address on file. I've got to collar the guy before he leaves town. If he gets away now, the chief is gonna bust me down to traffic. What about us? We found the evidence that we... Absolutely not. You stay here, and I mean it this time. Don't move until I get back. I assume we'll be ignoring his instructions as usual. You catch on pretty quick, Scout. The detective left the station in a hurry, but flashing lights and a screaming siren aren't hard to follow. As I drove, my mind turned over the day's events. Blake's death, Scout's appearance, John's arrest, Frank's guilt. It seemed like the whole world was turning inside out. A dizzying whirlwind, with me at the center. Up ahead, I saw a cross pull up to the curb outside an apartment block, Frank's place. There was a crowd of people gathered outside. A yellow cordon fluttered in the breeze. Something wasn't right. Was Tully dead? Frank Pritchard was dead. He said it was suicide. A note in his apartment said he hadn't meant to kill Blake. Things got out of hand. He couldn't live with himself. The usual stuff. It tied everything up neatly enough for the police. Case closed, but it wasn't enough. Not for me. I wanted answers. I wanted to know why I was involved. And then I wanted out. To run away, regroup, and salvage whatever was left of my life. Little did I know, the universe had a different plan for me. Case closed. Question mark? There we go. New case unlocked. But I'm going to end this session here for now. That's all of case 1 done. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's a lot of like dialogue compared to the puzzles. I feel like there should be a better balance of it. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the puzzles, all that stuff. So I'll get back to this soon. But in the meantime, this is going to do it. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm not good with outros, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.